Hey guys, welcome back. We're gonna do a game of 10-minute rapid, trying to get to 1600 ELO. That's my goal. Thank you guys for leaving comments in the comment section and all the encouragement. And I love the chatter between y'all on that. Hope you guys like the new setup that I'm messing around with. Gonna introduce something new, something that's kind of near and dear to my heart: the Westminster Shorter Catechism questions. So one of my favorite uh, catechisms is the Westminster Shorter Catechism. These are questions that in my household we go through, and as you can see on the screen, the first one, Westminster Shorter Catechism, question 1: What is the chief end of man? Um, I'm going to leave that up there. If you can answer, try to answer before the video's over. If you know it, put it in the comment section. Or you can cheat and wait to the end. I'll answer it at the very end. So, all right, get into it. All right, my opponent is Chimiquil. They're rated 1540. Pretty strong. We're gonna hit him with the Karakan. That's what I do. Or the Slav. Yeah. Sometimes I think of less about chess openings and more of the patterns. And the Slav and the Karakan are very similar. Now, there is a line in this where they try to win my rook, see if they see it. Um, they're gonna fight for the center and see how this bishop attacks this. They know it, they're going to launch a pawn down here to try to soften this up. Then there's a line where they can win my rook. Right now we're playing the Slav Gambit alkaline attack, and yes, like I said, they threw that pawn there. So this is a pretty well-known thing where they sacrifice their knight to win my rook. I'm going to play along. You're going to see this knight attack. Ah. So what I'm going to do, get developed. I'm going to kind of ignore it. Sometimes they get aggressive and start pushing pawns. If they're smart, they'll develop, they'll bring this bishop out. But I'm used to playing a lot of closed positions, and I'm trying to get more comfortable with more open positions, which are a little more chaotic. Hey, you chose to do a passive move. That is not a good thing to do. You do not want to be moving the same piece in the opening. Like, yeah, that was kind of weird. I'm gonna try to get my bishop out and try to get castled. That's the goal. I'm not afraid of that. Castled. Right. Diagonal. Hmm. Okay, so they have +1 in material. I like this bishop, strong bishop. They're making a decision on whether to use their knight or I don't know. They did some miscalculation on their part. They they could deflect my queen. Okay. Uh, hmm. They'll take with the. Okay, so I was hoping they would get their queen off that. Ace. Okay, I'm gonna simplify and make it to where they're. Uh, what I'm thinking here is I need to get my rooks connected, and so I need to get my knight involved. I think I'm gonna reroute here. That's a better square, or I guess here would be fine. But they do have a pawn push that would kind of well that. I could also. These are potential passers that could become a queen one day. So they do have the material advantage, but I have a safer king. So that's kind of what our advantages are. Um, Queens are on the board, so it's not an end game yet. It's still a middle game, but we got a bishop versus a knight. Uh, Bishops are a little stronger than knights are. Okay. Also, I noticed they could have won this pawn. So I'm kind of curious why they did not take that. Good. I'm just gonna put there. One thing to know uh, is that this is a white bishop, so it'll only be able to be on white squares. And so it's kind of a smart thing to do to move your pawns on black squares, depending position. That does give that bishop more freedom. Uh, there. Uh, you always want to look for forcing moves first. This open file. Looks be on open files. My idea is I'm seeing this vulnerable pawn. I was thinking like I could go here, but then they could have pinned me to the rook. So I wanted to. Okay, they took away that check. Um, Go here, ping this. That would be nice. Expecting it. I'm kind of wasting. I want to queen into this. What I need to be thinking about is this rook here. Um, get him involved. And yeah, okay. Wondering. a lot of click tapping right now. I'm not really comfortable. Yeah. I have 2 pawns. I have this passer. That is a threat on my ion. My knight is gonna have to blockade that pawn. I think being a little more safe, protecting those pawns. Once you get closer to the end game, you definitely need to get your king active. That's something that is very important. Your king is a piece. Definitely want to expecting harassment. So okay. What's funny is earlier I said that I need to get these pawns on dark squares because we have a light squared bishop, but this is actually a really good um, game showing that like I need to uh, break that principle because that bishop covers the escape square of my king. I have some back rank problems right now, and if I was my opponent, I'd probably try to exploit that. Move the queen here, here, take away these squares from the king. And um, I definitely want to get this pawn. Yeah. Hmm. They resist en passant. They resist it. They're good. Oh man, getting dangerous. I should probably. Oh, they're running low on time. Yep, that was a good move. Um, I'm running out of time. Checks. Grotto. Oh, that was a good move. Yep. For a dirty flag or oh good game to my opponent. All right, let's do a quick analysis. See what I better. Also, if anyone was wondering, this has been Feingold. When I was first learning how to play chess, I would watch a lot of Ben Feingold streams. He has a lot of content that I believe he recorded in St. Louis, which I just really enjoyed his humor. He kind of has a dry sense of humor. He has a lot of really funny references, like he'll reference The Simpsons. I don't know. He just has like a really to the point way of his chess style, and I try to emulate that. So yeah, really like Ben Feingold. All right, let's get into this review. All right, we'll go quickly through the opening. Yeah, and I like I was saying, um, I run into this position all the time. An easy way to get a free pawn with some style. Looks like you're sacking the knight, that pin. Yep, I'll eventually pick this up, which he delayed that. Um, sorry, I should just say my opponent, McQuill, is. Yeah, yeah, it says bishop takes c4 is the best move there. Definitely agree. Do not want to be moving the same piece in the opening. You want to get all your pieces developed, get your king castled. Um, those are just some good chess principles to prepare you for a good game. And they didn't like the bishop pin. Again, I think it's because they really want you to get your light squared bishop developed and take a piece that's just hanging there. Hmm. I still think it's smart to get castled quickly and then attack, then start putting pressure on your opponent. Okay, so then they decide to take. That's the best move. Okay, they like light squared bishop on that strong diagonal. Long diagonal. Okay. And an accuracy. Way to go, knight 6. Getting developed, getting my pieces connected. But I was kind of, that was a miss. I should have went knight c6 again, but I was just trying to open up their king, start attacking. Cool. Now knight c6 is an inaccuracy, but it was the best moves before I sacked the bishop. They wanted a5, yeah, because technically hanging. Since, yeah, and that was a blunder. That was their first blunder, giving me an advantage. Honestly, they should have just taken that free pawn over there, got their rooks connected, start pushing that b pawn, get a queen, win the game. That's simple. But they gave me a chance. They wanted me to do knight takes e5. Oh, okay. Actually, what? That is cool. The pin. If you take. No? Hmm. Oh, bishop takes e2. I don't know. Maybe you guys can see why that's the best move. I don't fully understand. If you understand, go ahead and post in the comments. Like, why is it saying that doesn't work? And it wants to. They're saying that bishop e2, and when I say they, saying stockfish, saying to bishop e2. That's the best. I think this. Huh. Don't fully get that. That's kind of goofy. Anyways, I just wanted to protect that pawn. Like white has an advantage right now, but perch my knight on that pawn. Hoping to win the bishop. They hit it with the open file for rook. Okay, and this was another inaccuracy. Wanted f5. Okay, they kind of wanted to break open this pawn structure, give me more chances to attack the king, maybe get this rook involved. The thinking behind that. Okay. Yeah. Good. b5 was better. Queen b5 runs into the bishop. The only thing I didn't really like about that. That was my blunder. Huh. They wanted knight c2. Yeah. Yeah. That actually makes sense. So their advantage is obviously this pawn that can promote eventually, but I could get my rooks doubled up. Pigs on the second, cut off this king. So there's at least some fighting chances. Still don't like my odds because they have these two pawns that could potentially, like, I think they could probably castle. Yeah, so they could have castled. Um, which would give them the ability to get the rook behind the pawn, and then that would have been game. They it had been really hard to fight that in game. So, all right. Yeah, this was a blunder. Still think I like my chances. I could still have this knight check move, get back to that end game that they had, but Stockfish usually knows better. Um, yeah. Okay. Yep, they did everything right. Yeah. On that one, I think the b pawn taking, yeah, and it does say the b pawn taking the c file. The reason is you, especially when you're in the end game and uh, getting the queens off the board makes it easier, but you kind of want to get your pawns together so that they can march up the board, and they're really hard to stop, even if you have a queen. And you have your pieces that are supporting those pawns. They're just better together. But still, this is completely winning for them. Yeah, if you're ever in a position where the best move is to move your pawns on the same colored square as their bishop, uh, you're usually not doing too good. At least that's been my experience. Usually, when you get these pawns on dark squares, every there's a good reason. Yeah, better not to trade. I thought. Yeah. And I was hoping there was like some sort of perpetual that could have been. Um, but yeah, I'm trouble too. 12 seconds left. All right, good job to my opponent, Jimmy Quill. This is my first loss on this road to 1600 ELO, but it was a very instructive loss. Question one: what is the chief end of man? Chief end, that is basically like uh, your telos, your ultimate purpose. Um, for those who might not understand what chief end means, man's chief end is to glorify God and to enjoy Him forever. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do enjoy making these. Um, please like and subscribe. That does help. Um, it boosts the video, lets other people see it. I'm hoping to um, help people that are lower rated than I am, and even get some advice from people that are more higher rated than me that can see my games, kind of see uh, my strengths and weaknesses. I do want to improve. I'm trying to one day get to at least 1800. Um, yeah, just kind of get sharpened up on that. But all right, let me know if you got that Westminster Shorter Catechism question, if you even know what that is. Definitely send things in the comments. I read those. I've been really enjoying some of the comments that you guys have been posting. So, all right, I will catch you later.